1999, especially on The View today, because the artist, one of the most gifted and influential musical geniuses of our time, is back. His new CD is called Rave Unto the Joy Fantastic, and it is fresh and fanciful and full of all the feelings we need to usher in a new millennium. It's such an honor for me to welcome this man. He's a sexy... Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, the artist.
I promised you we wouldn't gush too much, but I just kicked one credential that makes me absolutely incredulous. You are a master musician. You mastered 20 instruments by the age of 12 years old. And to even say that makes my head
And no one
shake.
moves like you. No one.
At all. And you played every instrument on the first 5 albums. Are there any instruments left to try to learn to play?
With the advent of synthesizers, you pretty much can copy any sound on the planet, so I play keyboards pretty well, so I'm in there now.
You in there?
By the way, this show is wild. Y'all got...
Well, I have to ask you, on your new album, Rave Unto the Joy Fantastic, you credit Prince as the producer, yet you are known as the artist. So is there anything that you want to specify here for us?
Well, most of these terms, the artist formerly known as this and that and the other, all that's kind of made up by the media because I go by an unpronounceable symbol. And basically, now it's a great way to distinguish between Warner Brother product, which is Prince, and NPG product. There'll be a new greatest hits package coming out that will be released on NPG. And
When Doves Cry, please tell me When Doves Cry will be there.
Yeah, and it'll be fully remastered, and and I'm gonna re-record just about all my work. And your hair looks better like this, by the way.
Oh, thank you. You mean better than straight? Well, thank you. I just really quickly, if it's too personal, just tell me, but can we know what your wife calls you? Does she call you Prince? Does she call you the artist?
She used to just say, hey. My stepfather's name is Hayward, so she stopped doing that because it sounded like my mom calling him by his nickname. So she just basically sneaks up behind me and taps me on the shoulder or says honey or something like that,
Oh, you keep your private life very private, which is something that I admire. But I know that you're real proud of the spiritual connection to your wife. You were married, you did the civil thing, the marriage contract, and then you destroyed the contract and remarried spiritually. Explain it.
Well, I had this hang-up about people touching her and putting their hands on her and hugging her and stuff like that. And I came to find out that it really had to do with the word wife. I don't consider her my wife anymore because that word used to make me, don't touch my wife, don't put your hands on my wife, and things like that. And, before she was my wife, she was a child of God. And I've learned to just respect her and not be so possessive. And she, in turn, is that way with me. And I can have intimate relationships with other people, intimate meaning on a spiritual level. And I'm not talking about physicality, but, you can sit down and break bread with somebody and just discuss the fact that Christ is present. He's not coming, he's present, and it's time for all of us to kind of wake up to that fact and do our thing,
You know what I want to ask you about? I know that you live in Minneapolis and your wife lives in Spain, but you are going to be going to Spain to open an orphanage or make an orphanage out of your home. Is that true? Why is that so important to you?
Well, first of all, I live in the world. I'm not of it. I live in it and everywhere. I work here in the United States a lot. Spain's very special to us because it's very peaceful. And we bought a home there and called it New Power Soul because the album that I released is what purchased the place. and we allow children to come up there and just play in the splendor of the estate. Just we get them from down the hill a ways where it isn't so beautiful, you know. And just to let them know that if you believe something and you keep the vision alive in your mind, anything you want is possible.
You are a big basketball fan. The Chicago Bulls, I'm not going to say anything to you about them, let you keep the Bulls, even though you're here in Knick territory. You know we had to dig that one in, but I know the one thing that everybody's looking forward to is December 31st, because we can finally legitimately sing one of the most fantastic songs ever written, 1999. And you're going to be partying. We'll do a big pay-per-view special. Big pay-per-view special. And you're going to actually perform the song, am I right?
Yes, ma'am. Probably for the last time. We're going to do a few numbers there for the last time. I'm going to move on to some new things. In Demand has allowed us a nice little budget, and we're going to put together a really great show with a lot of great people. I have Maceo Parker playing in my band. He used to be with James Brown. I have Larry Graham. He used to be with Sly and the Family Stone.
Wow.
And we're going to have a lot of members of the Family Stone there. Lenny Kravitz will probably show up. Morris
Can you
Day
hook
and
two
the Time.
sisters up here?
I know, right?
Hooked up, you know that.
We might have
But
to
you
come.
cannot bring that fur jockstrap.
All righty, then.
Artist, thank you so much for being with us. We are just in awe of you. You are the greatest. His new CD is called Rave Into the Joy. Fantastic, and it would make a great stocking stuffer. You can buy it on our website, and we'll be right back with segment 5.
She's pop music's gem who's shining